remittance, you work in a company that does that. What are your thoughts when what you have heard Carla and Errol talk, please?
Well, I think just fairly quickly, Hugo, I think from a trend perspective, I can see where Carla and Errol both said that this is going to be more focused migration. Is migration going to stop? No. The answer is no, it's not going to stop. It's going to be very skilled. It's going to be very focused in terms of the type of people you bring into the country. But more importantly, remittances, as you've said a couple of times, is demand driven, not supply driven. There used to be a time when there was a supply of remittances providers who just gave an option or products to the market, and people chose to deliver or send money using those channels. Today, even domestically, people demand better ways of doing transactions. Your millennials, your generation Z or Z, whatever you want to call it, they're not into the brick and mortar style of branch management, banking services, etc. They want more digital transition of financial services, not transformation. People always often talk about we are going through a digital transformation to ride the wave. That's the wrong analogy or wrong philosophy. You need to do a digital transitioning in terms of changing the processes you have to accommodate these people. Certain people, I think from a remittances perspective, Hugo, education sector, untapped from a remittances standpoint. Healthcare, yes, you're going to have migrant workers and going to different places and work. And, like I was saying to Errol and Carla, the UAE is essentially opening for medical staff 10-year residency without any questions asked, as long as you're qualified. The same is going to be in Central Eastern Europe. The same is going to be in Western Europe. In the US, you may not have migration of people going to the US, but you're going to be migrating services or outsourcing it to other parts of the world, which means you have to now pay these people, whether it's through business to business payment, whether it's a business to consumer payment. You will still have to rely on better FX rates, cheaper transfer costs, and more efficient real-time transfer of funds, so people can maintain their livelihoods and so on and so forth. And of course, from a B2B perspective, e-commerce will continue to drive consumption, right? So while we talk about remittances as a form of payment, well, buying stuff online is also a payment or a remittance. A consumer is sending money to a business. It's a remittances transaction. Who takes care of it? Is it the payment gateway? Is it a general money transfer operator? That is yet to be seen. But you're seeing a convergence of money transfer operators coming into the payment solutions piece, whether it's through payment gateway services, whether it's through card services, whether it's through B2B services. So I think you're going to see growth. You're going to see concentrated growth of payments taking a new shape. Traditional banks have to really gear up to either support the ecosystem or just get out of the way. That's as simple as that. And give way to the digital companies to really capture the market that exists today.
Yeah, good point. And there's something that we have to think also is that some of the migrants that went back home probably know another language, have also a skill. Those are the ones who are moving into the gig economy, and their companies,
absolutely,
hiring in those countries. Of course, the business needs ways to pay those workers that are in other countries. That's something that probably will grow from all this.